Good evening, everybody, and for all of those over in America and presumably Canada, I don't know. Happy Mother's Day to those of you who are mothers and to those of you who have mothers. I'm sure you all had a lovely day, and what better way to celebrate such a thing by going and murdering goblins in a mine shaft? I think that is the epitome of Mother's Day. Good evening, everybody, and for all of those over in America and presumably Canada, I don't know. Anyhow, happy Mother's Day. I hope you've all had a lovely day. I hope you've all treated your mothers kindly, bought them things which they'll put in a cupboard and pretend they liked and never let you know that you're an utter disappointment.
There's 364 other days a year for
that. Exactly. I am the Bardic Knock, and tonight, like every other Sunday, here on Welcome to the Party, we will be playing a 3.5 edition of Dungeons & Dragons. It is a game I have created as its Dungeon Master. I am the master of all of these dungeons. So far, there have been 0, but we will correct that. There is a dungeon appearing tonight! Dungeons everywhere! Unless the party decide to go and do their own thing instead.
Yeah, I was thinking another shopping episode.
Yeah, totally.
So, once again, just in case I didn't make it clear, I'm the Bardic Knock. Pleasure to see you all. Hope you've all had a lovely day. Our sorcerer is not here today. He is out looking after his mother. Obviously, those of you who are here are bad children and have decided to do this instead, and we congratulate you for it.
Yeah, I should totally call her later.
I did yesterday.
So, with that, we also, I haven't heard from Blake. Last time I spoke to him, he said he should be here. He might just be running late, so we'll see if he appears and we have our druid today or not. Obviously, finals, they're kind of, not pleasant. So, without further ado, we'll move on to our first player we know is definitely here. Rebecca, who are you? Who are you playing? And how are you feeling about goblin murder?
Oh my God. Oh.
Is there really another way you can feel about goblin murder?
Yes, there is. I am Rebecca. I'll be playing Primrose, the half-orc bard. And as far as how I feel about goblin murder, I don't feel too darn good about it. I kind of like goblins. They're kind of cute.
Except meat
They're
sprinkles.
my main kobolds. Meat sprinkles is like the epitome of adorableness. So.
Well, by the end of this session, you'll either be totally used to it and fine with goblin murder, or Primrose will be crying in a corner.
It could be both. We'll have to see what happens.
Could be both. That would be a weird corner to be in.
Moving on, our next player we definitely know is here, Cody.
Good to meet you all. My name is Cody. I play Kid, the human fighter / wizard. I am the one who has recruited our now very, very willing goblin, who, by the way, has his hands manacled at the moment, which I have named Meat Sprinkles, despite his protests. And he will be leading us through this mountain, so hopefully we won't have to murder too many goblins, although admittedly he's been pretty for that, as he allowed us to push 2 of his friends into a fight. No, I shot the one in the back of the head, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we only pushed 2 live goblins into the fire.
Oh,
I'm
well,
not dead.
now I feel much better about it.
As well you should. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to have some fun tonight.
I think we will. And speaking of fun, who loves fun more than a halfling rogue? TJ.
Hey guys, my name's TJ the Canadian, and broadcasting up here from Canada. I'll be playing Flick the halfling rogue, and we are all 4 now because we leveled up, and I'll definitely finish doing that by the time anything becomes important. So, yeah, on the subject of goblin murder, I'm new to it, but I'm digging it. Goblins gotta die, goblins gotta gobble, and we gotta ungobble. That's all I got.
I think I want that on a T-shirt. Just goblins got a gobble. So many different meanings behind it.
Indeed. That's what our followers are going to be called, the gobblers.
No, that's how you lose followers.
A broke archer.
Archer, change the subject.
Good luck. He's got to be able to look at the screen first.
I'm totally professional. Okay. My name is Archer, and I am playing Keldor, the Knightly Gnoll / Scout. I took a first cross-class point into Scout, so I'm going to be a lot faster in a bit.
Woo! Okay then. I believe that is everybody. Everyone said their name. Everyone said who they are. So the only thing left to do is say welcome to the party another couple more times. Plug that. And whilst we're on the topic of welcome to the party, guys, did you know that I am not good at formulating sentences?
We all knew that. That's old hat.
No, what I was going to say was, did you know Welcome to the Party has a great Discord server that you should totally go and join and check out. Also,
a lot of fun. Just saying.
It is. We do all kinds of stupid things on there. I mean, great things. It's great. It's
You
not
act
all...
like those are exclusive of each other.
They aren't. Also, Welcome to the Party has some very amazing things that happen if you ever chose to, I don't know, click a nice little button over at the side that says the word subscribe. TJ, what are some of the amazing things you can do if you subscribe to this channel?
Well, for subscribing to Welcome Party RPG on Twitch, you can actually affect the games we play, which is kind of cool. You can be involved, which I'm still questioning, but we're going to see how it goes, and it's going to be interesting, to say the least. You can get right into it. You can start off by, just for subscribing, once a month you get to give away a crit to a player of your choice, and for donating to the channel, there's all sorts of different things that you can get to affect the game even more. You can give a crit success or fail to a player of your choice, or even the DM. You can go all the way up to even affecting our character sheets at the highest level by adding one, and like we've discussed before, Matt would probably let us do a -1 to characters' stats as long as it doesn't get out of...
Yeah, you know, if you just really hate a character.
If it fits the story and you donate a whole ton of money, we'll talk. But you can definitely add +1s. You can definitely add +1s to characters' stats, which is probably going to get weird enough at a certain point. And you can even introduce NPCs to the game of your own creation. So if you want to really have a hand in how we're going to play the game and how we're going to interact with it, you can get that deep into it. You can craft a real deep NPC or any of the comic ones that we have going right now. It doesn't really get too silly for this game, it seems. So we're okay with endorsing some ridiculousness as long as it's for the sake of the funny. And,
you know what you could do?
Yeah.
You could make it a lovely Mother's Day present. Make an NPC of your mother.
Just make sure she's a good
love
one.
it. It'll be great. It'll be amazing. Everyone.
But the downside to that,
greatest thing ever.
The only downside to that is that then your mother has to listen to this game for it to have any benefit at all, and it might just undo that.
Well, that's like saying when you buy somebody a star or you sponsor a rhino that they need to actually go and see the rhino of a star. Like, no, they don't.
We
They just
just
need to know
got a
that you did it.
subscription.
You need to go see a
Captain
star.
J Cross just subscribed with Twitch Prime for the 2nd month in a row.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I believe that is Captain Jack from our lovely Discord server. I could be wrong. I'm just assuming. Also, I have seen that a certain somebody, a Mr. Archer, has also subscribed. So,
I meant to do that on another one, but I forgot to do it earlier.
Archer, please, my levels of suspense are unbridled. Who are you going to give your crit to?
Wait, we can do that?
We'll see. We'll see. We shall see.
Oh yeah, you could subscribe and just give a crit to yourself.
Yep,
Once a month.
it's Captain Jack. Thanks, Captain.
Thank you very much, Captain. Your service is greatly appreciated.
You said that there's an echo coming from me as well. I don't know if
Small one.
that's from Matt. I don't
Um,
hear it now.
Nah, I think I figured out what it is. I just need to keep muting anytime I'm not talking because I think my mic picks up the speaker. It's cool.
Gotcha.
We'll do the things. Alrighty. Assuming you people don't want to just listen to us chat shit for a little bit longer, let's all become our alter egos and let the voices in our head take control.
Oh, yes.
The fun part of the day.
Exactly. So, where you guys had left off, you are in this lovely little dwarven. I want to call it a keep, but it's not big enough to be a keep. It's just like a hut. It's a nice hut.
Let's be honest.
And
Dwarven home, which means it's a mini fortress.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much a fortress, but just not a very good one because some goblins came and attacked it. Anyhow, you're in there. You have just had a lovely fight. There's still a dead ogre body on the floor. There's goblin bodies all over the place.
And burning in the fireplace.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, there's the delightful smell of burning flesh.
Goblin.
It's not a pretty smell to say the least.
Hey, it only took 3 goblins to make a friend.
Wow.
Are we just not including all the other ones you killed outside?
No, they... I don't think that had anything to do with what was happening.
That was just wanton murder. This had a point.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Who's to even say that those goblins were connected? You can't
Well-
prove anything.
No.
Technically, it's not murder if it's not a human being.
That's an awkward thing to say when there's only 1 human in the party. Or 2, sorry.
It's still killing. It's just
Vako's
not.
human.
Well, that probably only applies in the real world. But
Just the 2 of us. Just Kid and Vaco.
it depends how the law is worded in the Kingdom of Fife, I suppose.
Speaking of which, what is our prince doing at the moment?
Well, the prince, he's getting a little impatient. You know, he is desperate to get on this mission. He's kind of standing around the door, tapping his foot. You know, he's not being like actively rude. He's not rolling his eyes and goes, "Ugh, come on, guys." But you can tell he's kind of ready to get going. Unless there's anything you guys want to specifically do, you know, little party chats or talk to any of the 4 dwarves, you know, Roderick, Broderick, Todrick, and Jim.
Right, that.
Nope, I don't think we have anything here.
I do think that I'm going to speak to one of the dwarves about going into their tunnels before we just walk off with absolutely no information.
Do you want to have this conversation with the same one who evaluated the gems for you? Because that's pretty much the last thing you did at the end of last session, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm probably going to try and include all of them in it, like pool all their knowledge. And
yeah, that's absolutely fine. If you want to kind of just gather all of them and go, hey, give me some info.
Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing.
All right then. Do it in character.
Hey, guys, could before we go in here, I want to tell us something about it. Like, do you have a map or anything, or you know?
Why would we need a map? It's not of mine. We know what it looks like. It's like
Yeah.
the back of my hand. And one of them holds up the hand and goes, well, I certainly never looked at that before.
How did I know that was coming?
Yeah,
Is that Jim?
I see.
Turns out
I
there's a
mean,
map drawn on the back of his hand.
I mean, we were driven out of there just last night, really. Don't know where they came from. They just kind of appeared. All these, whatever those green fellas are called, goblins. Yeah, that's the word. Just kind of appeared, just crawled out of all kinds of little holes and orifices and things like that. If you're going down there, would you mind killing them? Because I think we'd quite like to get back to work.
How many of you tried to kill him?
I killed like 2.
Okay, well, we just killed like a bunch. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much choice if we go through there. So
Well, what I'm asking is because obviously you're probably doing your own thing. What I'm specifically asking for you is, make sure that you don't leave any behind. So I'm effectively asking you in a very polite manner. Can you explore every nook and cranny?
Seems contrived, but
It is contrived. It's almost as if some higher power is saying, "Please go check out my dungeon."
tell you what. We'll do this as a test of Meat Sprinkle's ability to lead us in the right direction. We'll go down to every place that he says there will be something, and we'll go down every place that says that there's not something. And if
we
he's
can
correct,
do
every
that,
single
but
time-
we're still in a rush. We got to get to this sword. So
Hammer.
if we're gonna take some extra time to do this, we really you got to offer us something.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
something that'll help us get there.
well, I was going to say, you do know it's a gem mine, right? Lots of gems, jewels. You clear through. You can help yourself to anything that we left down there. There's probably a decent harvest of things.
Kid's face goes pale white, and his arm just reaches down to your shoulder, and he says, "This is a good idea. We should do this." His arm is
I
shaking.
agree.
Also, kid, you specifically spoke about Meat Sprinkles. He's gonna look at you, desperate to say something, but he knows not to speak out of turn.
You're damn right he does. Okay. We'll address that here in a moment. I'm going to let him just understand that's what he wanted to do. If he has something important to say, I'm going to, at the moment, wait until we're out of the earshot of the dwarves to know it.
Yeah, cool. So you're gonna head off on your way and then let him fill you in. That's cool. Anyone else got anything they want to do, say, anything like that? Or are you all pretty much? Yep, we're good to go.
Well, if we're gonna explore it all,
So you guys can see in the dark.
I'm talking to the dwarves.
Well, yes, we can see in the dark, but it's not that dark in there. There's torches on the walls and whatnot. Just because we can see in the dark doesn't mean we like to walk around in it all the time. It's actually a little inconvenient. Don't want to trip up over a stone.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, but it seems like to the goblins it might not be so inconvenient if they hear us coming and they just turn out the lights, right?
Oh well,
maybe-
they're either burning and that night. So unless they happen to have like a spellcaster, a sorcerer, or a wizard or something, I doubt that it's just gonna put out a bunch of magical torches.
If nothing else, I know for a fact that Primrose and I can both make magical light to work with.
Okay. I'm feeling better about all the magical torches.
Also,
I may borrow one of those, by the way.
I can.
Yeah, we think we're pretty good.
All right. I just really don't want to get caught in the dark. That's
Yeah,
that's like
don't
rule
blame
number
you.
1. So
Mark is not.
I'm good. I feel better about it now. We can go.
Let's go.
Tally ho.
Great. See you in however long it takes you, or you'll die and we won't ever know, and
Exactly.
we'll probably get murdered by goblins. So if goblins come, we'll assume you're dead.
I mean, it's good to have a plan
Have
of
fun.
action.
Yeah, that's a good assumption. Tell nobody because everyone we ever knew or loved is dead. So bye.
Let's go.
At that statement, Keldor's just like, mine aren't. And then just-
Everybody we
it's
know
kinda
is
like-
dead, Keldor.
I'm just like looking at you weird, and I'm like, whatever. Let's go.
Okay then. It's going to take you about an hour to walk from here to the entrance to this mine shaft. Aside from possibly letting Meat Sprinkles talk, is there any other
Ciao.
conversation you guys want to have? Amongst yourselves as a group.
So, sorry, where are we traveling right now? To the mine?
To the tunnels.
Overland right now, correct? Okay.
Very correct.
You guys really just do this all the time? I don't know how you can just walk around. I got this rash between my legs. It sucks. I don't know how you can just walk all day, carry a backpack, and just keep going. Like,
It helps if you don't sweat.
yeah, it probably would. It would help if I weighed more than your leg.
Probably would, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, Meat Sprinkles, you had something to say?
Yes, Meat Sprinkles had points to make. You mentioned that Meat Sprinkles would know way around mine and things. Meat Sprinkles only got there yesterday. Meat Sprinkles never explored all of it. Meat Sprinkles was part of task force to chase dwarves out of mine. Meat Sprinkles only knows from where he came in to exits of mine.
Okay. All right. Well, I will say it was a little underdressed whenever we were trying to get you like this. Although I will say that you did a good job of twisting words around. That'll help you out whenever you actually take up honest work. Ironically, but what we got to work with. I'll use you for what you are, and like the dwarf said, if they're apparently not keeping track of what stuff that we take, I'll let you have one. You go on your merry way. Don't ever do this again, or I will find you. In the meantime, I'm going to make very sure that you don't run away, but I'll keep that in my back pocket till we get to where we're going.
I think that's
Meat
going to be the
Sprinkles
party
would
motto.
not run away. Meat Sprinkles is scared of you.
As well, you should be.
The party motto is going to be, I will find you.
Meat Sprinkles could probably give information about some things. Meat Sprinkles can know for definite there will be some kind of alarm near entranceway. That's definite known fact.
Alrighty,
Okay.
let's go, because I want to test out my new skill.
Yeah, I got to
Okay.
make sure I get all my skill points down.
I think we'll deal with that problem when we get to it.
Yep, let's go.
What's up, Primrose?
Is Meat Sprinkles just falling on the foot, or what is happening?
Pretty sure Meat Sprinkles is like chained, and then like he has the manacles, and we have like a rope tied to the manacles, and then Kid's holding the rope.
Not quite. I do have my spike chain like just behind him, and I'm having him walk forward.
Okay, that works too.
I really kind of want to cuddle hold him and carry him around like a patchy.
You
Okay.
haven't gotten to that point yet.
I know.
Not
I
quite.
won't resist.
Not quite. He's still
Saying no.
the slightly evil thing.
I know. Well, so was Patchy, so it's fine.
Alrighty.
I will resist.
I just
Oh,
adopt
sorry.
evil things and hope they won't slit my throat. It's all good.
I mean, that's
Isn't
what we
that
did with
like-
you.
I mean,
Isn't that like the way to live?
that's basically Keldor's
Flick knows.
motto.
It's Flick too.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's nothing else you guys want to talk about on your walk, that's cool. One thing you will probably have noticed, because he's not too subtle of a fellow. After Unst did his whole rage thing, you will notice that the thick black veins that seem to be covering his arms, they seem to be swollen and throbbing. and he seems to be in a little bit more pain than he normally is. But he's also cool, shrugging it off and continuing forward. Obviously, you can address this, you can ignore it. Your choice.
I would love to address it. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we actually at right now?
I've just moved you over to the next map. This will be taking place on the walk from between the little hut to the entrance to this mine shaft.
Let's I just forgot Primrose's accent. Crap.
Russian.
Lightly Russian, and
Yeah,
not Swedish in the slightest.
Okay. You seem less enthusiastic than usual. Are you okay?
Ugh, Unst is good. Unst hurts, but Unst is good. Pain is sign of being alive.
Here, here.
Keldor is slightly confused.
Primrose feels very much attached to that statement and goes very quiet. Like, yeah,
Oh boy.
that's a good point. Okay.
I'm sure is nothing. Certainly not some part of great devious, elaborate plan to slowly play out over the course of a long journey.
Nah, man, you probably just overexerted yourself. Whenever you have a thick frothing member like that, like honestly, it's just time to take a little bit of a rest every now and then.
Oh yes,
Before
you
going back
don't
into the
want to
action.
go too hard, otherwise you can chafe. You can. It's not good.
See, man, we know exactly what's talking about. Don't worry, Primrose, he's fine.
Give me, little break, maybe some water. We'll be good to go again.
Yeah.
And
In the
this time
meantime-
harder.
Yeah, in the meantime, all you gotta do, just get some snow off the ground, crunch that stuff down, you got all the water you need.
That is genius. Unst
Indeed.
never thought of this.
It is the best idea.
Unst is gonna grab a big old handful of snow and just eat that stuff right on up.
No,
It's
it's not
just gonna-
not the yellow snow. Not the yellow snow.
Kid's looking to the side just like, oh my god, he actually did it. Okay.
Okay. Unless there's anything else you guys want to quickly discuss amongst yourselves and whatnot, you can very, well, not quickly, it's an hour, but in an hour's time, you come across a very obvious mine shaft at the foot of a very tall, very steep-looking mountain.
So, who's terrified? I'm kind of terrified.
Isolation.
Eliza slyly raises her hand. Meat Sprinkles lifts his shackled hands.
Yeah, Flick puts up his hand too. He's like, okay, so here's the deal. I don't know how good you guys are at sneaking around, getting around traps, but this is kind of my jam. So I want to go first. And as scared as I am, I need a little space between me and the rest of you, because if something does go off, the first rule is run back, jump back as quick as you can. And if there's people right up my ass, I can't jump back, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Just to let you know. Perhaps.
All right, well,
Damn.
the fewer of us up there, the less trouble there is getting out of the way of stuff going off. That's all I'm saying.
He's also a smaller target.
True. But he's also kind of.
I'm the sneakier one, though. Like, I can get in there without, alerting the people, too. Or the goblins,
It's
or whatever
true.
you want to call them.
I will
You're a
agree.
fairly large armored attack dog.
You can be right
Yeah.
back. Just keep, like, 10, 15 feet between us. And you're what I'm going to jump behind if anything happens. So, be there.
That works for me.
All right.
Okay. If you can see the map, I'm not. Yep, you are all in the right place. Please walk on down the nicely stone crafted staircase. It is the most cliched dwarven stonework you can imagine. There's hammers engraved in it, there's anvils, there's beards. That is what is carved in this beautifully exquisite worked marble granite staircase.
Just the
Just
beards,
beards.
nothing else.
The handrails are just giant beards looping down endlessly.
That's awesome.
That is exactly it. At the top of the handrail was like a dwarf's face, and the full banister is just a long.
God.
I mean, they're not lying.
They are giving what they're advertising. I'll give them that.
Yep. This is an absolute Dwarven mine if I have ever seen one.
Alrighty. Let's get a move on.
All right.
I'm gonna stop.
Oopsie.
Take a look around for those traps.
Yeah, so as soon as I get to the top of the mine shaft, I stand there for a second, and I kind of put my hands down and shake them, and then I reach up in front of me and I crack my knuckles, and I give a little breath out, and I reach into my vest pocket again, and I pull out the same dice that I pulled out the last time, and I kiss them, and I look up at the sky again, and then I move to the entrance to the mine, and first I peer down for anybody looking at me. And then I'm going to start looking for traps intently, like the alarm that Buddy said would be there.
Okay, if you would be so kind as to roll me a search check.
I can do that.
Search check of 20. That's pretty good. Yeah. You quite easily find it. I mean, I say quite easily. You have to dust off some things, and you find a very, very thin piece of wire that seems to stretch across the hallway.
Okay.
You can make the assumption that this is probably rigged up to something.
All right. And can I get a disabled device to take it apart?
Yes, you most certainly can.
Okay, hopefully without getting myself shot or something. Ooh, 27.
27. Yeah, you thinly, not thinly, you carefully follow your fingers along this thin piece of wire, and you find where it's tied up, and you very delicately unknot it, and you slowly let it out, and you realize, this is all connected up to a series of, bells and pots and pans, and it's a very rudimentary alarm system.
Okay. So it's just a wire connected to noisemakers.
That is exactly what it is.
All right. And I can have I already disabled it? Or
Yes, you most certainly have disabled it.
okay. All right, good. Perfect. Then I turn around and I give the guys a thumbs up and I say, found the alarm. And then I proceed further on. Shh. I'm making the hand motion, keep your voice down. And I just motion for them to follow behind me. And then I proceed in a half crouch down the tunnel, searching further for traps. And I am continually, I'm looking for traps for 5 seconds. And then I look up ahead of me towards the tunnel, check for somebody looking at me, look for 4 or 5 seconds at the ground for traps, then look back up.
Alrighty, if you want to just shuffle yourself in a little bit further, I've revealed a little bit more of a map for you. And if you put yourself about there before it turns, and if everybody would like to follow however they are choosing to.
I would like to send Sugar down the corridor to do a little bit of recon.
Okay, I'll tell you what is going on there. What do you want your NPC companions and our players who aren't here to be doing?
Good question.
I want the druid or ranger, and the sorcerer in the middle, so that they are not going to out from Angus, picking up
Do you want
And
Oomst in the
up
back
front?
with Angus?
probably, and then
Yeah, so I'll put those
I'm
guys in the back.
assuming Eliza is like clinging.
Yeah, we're not leaving her out there by herself.
Yeah.
And what about Captain
Mr.
Meat Sprinkles?
I think all of you should be able to move Meat Sprinkles around.
He is. Now, question about the light situation. Have we seen any of the torches yet?
Yes, you can see them. They are embedded into the walls. They're keeping it. It's not like here's bright outside light, but it's just above dimly illuminated. So okay, it's not affecting your low light vision or anything like that. It's lit well enough, at least in this entryway.
Okay. I am going to make sure that Meat Sprinkles does not run away.
Okay.
I thankfully left him with his armor, which counts as an object, and I'm going to cast light onto his armor. So he is a very lit up goblin.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, so we're just abandoning subtlety entirely. Okay.
Subtlety was never the question. We are going to storm this place. In the meantime, he can walk back, and if he has to, he can communicate the message, and I'm speaking directly to him on this, that with the dwarves, he found a magic suit of armor.
So you sending Meat Sprinkles ahead of you?
Yes, but I also have sugar up there.
Okay. Well, this is going to have to be like a collective decision right here. TJ, you said you were looking for more traps, and Cody, you said you were sending Sugar and Meat Sprinkles ahead.
Mhm.
Which of those is happening first?
Well, sugar I would have sent in as soon as I walked through the walked into the thing, since sugar doesn't care about the dark.
Yep, that's absolutely fine.
Being a bat, he has blind vision or blind sense.
Yep.
And Meat
It's more
Sprinkles.
Meat Sprinkles than anything else.
Yeah, I was kind of stopping before going around this corner, like to let people catch up when I saw that there was stuff going on from behind. And now Meat Sprinkles is a giant beacon.
As well, he should be. That's the plan. If he goes forward, he can at least be a decoy.
Well, he's not standing next to me while I look for traps, like a
course.
searchlight.
Oh, if there are any
Um,
traps, he'll be absolutely sure to let us know if there is one, right? Otherwise, he'll just have to keep walking forward.
Okay.
So you're letting Meat Sprinkles walk ahead over Flick searching for traps.
Yeah, if there's a trap, he'll likely get triggered.
All right. Hi, guys.
He should be able to find.
Mhm.
He is. This... We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty.
So, meat.
Okay, so Meat Sprinkles is going to head that way. Have you told Meat Sprinkles to actively be searching for traps and disabling them?
Well, I'm assuming that he wouldn't walk through a trap that he knows is there and subsequently get killed by it.
He already specified he has no idea if they have laid any traps down. He made an assumption that they would have put an alarm down.
Well, in that case, let's have him.
When they charged the mine, he pretty much charged through it and was part of the assault team. Like, he hasn't stayed. He's not been around as they've been fortifying this. He doesn't know, but he knows a vague layout of the mine, and he knows the social political climate of goblinoid culture. He doesn't know exactly how they have set themselves up in here.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, he's a rogue. He should be able to find it.
Okay. Yep. Before he reaches the corner, he stops and he looks over and he gives a very pleading, begging look as if he's allowed to talk.
Go ahead.
Meat Sprinkles has found something. Stay back.
You said stay back?
Mhm.
And
Okay.
when you ask that, you see what he's done. He pulls out a small dagger, not like an actual fighting dagger, just like a little tool more than anything. And he seems to swish it up. And as he does that, he very quickly presses himself up against the side of the wall, and what appears to be quite a a large tree trunk, essentially, swings down to where he was standing. It misses him, and it just hangs there for a moment. And he looks back and gives a little thumbs up.
Good man. You might almost earn those hands back here in a second.
Is it super loud? Like, does it hit anything,
No.
or is it just
It would
a
have been loud if
swoosh?
it hit something,
Yeah. Okay.
but it didn't.
All right.
Okay.
So
plan-
far, so good.
Okay. Let us continue.
Letting Mr. Beacon.
Yeah. I'm staying back far enough that I'm not going to get hit by any traps that get set off by meat sprinkles. So
Okay, one moment. I just need to ignore the way that these are facing. They are not facing you. I just haven't turned them around.
Sure, they're not facing the giant glowing goblin.
Well, you guys have made no noise thus far coming in. Although I will need you to make some move silently checks now.
Okay.
Okay. So if that's what's around, have I gotten any like empathetic pings from Sugar? Because I can't communicate directly with him, but
Well, which way would Sugar have gone? Because as you can see, there are 3 paths.
oh yeah, damn. I have no idea which way they went then.
So if they just continued down, they probably would have gone, ooh, goblins, and come back. Oh,
That's a
click.
crit fail, and it's 15.
yeah.
What the?
Welcome to Rogues.
Yeah, I have a plus 14 if I move silently. It didn't help me though.
I
just follow
have.
down the ladder.
Okay, I like.
Wait,
Well,
why do I-
let's flavor this because
Oh.
nothing is better than a crit fail on essentially a nice stealth check. You're kind of doing okay. Primrose isn't that quiet, and Kid, you're not super quiet. Keldor, you're actually quite impressively light on your large knoll feet. Flick, however,
So I like.
I'm going to leave it up to you to decide how you failed this.
You tripped
Okay.
over your cape. Your new cape.
There's
No.
banana peel.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
back here, and like I'm in the middle of the corridor, and then I see everybody stop like they see something, and then I creep super silently up behind Kid. I'm actually just as quiet as Keldor, and then as I'm trying to go around Kid, I trip on the back of his boot, just straight up like kick him in the back of the foot, and then I fall flat on my face behind him, right in the middle, with daylight shining on all 3 of us. And I'm
Kid
just
looks
prone
at
on
you
the
as you
ground.
fall, like with there's that
Um,
slight slow motion, like, oh
See,
shit.
Flick, how I like to imagine it, because your modifier is so huge, I like to envision that you were moving really quietly, you tripped, and then you said something. Like, damn it!
Shit.
The moment I hear him, I'm charging. I'm just going in.
Okay. Oh, Keldor, I don't have your thingamadoodle turned on. Let's turn that on.
I have a
No,
question
yeah.
about the one that I'm assuming is Lieutenant 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he look notably different than the rest of the goblins?
Yes, he does, and I will tell you how in a moment, because I need to look up what his thing is. Did I write it down somewhere? I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know where I wrote it down. Crap.
God, that's just the anthem of all DMs, isn't it?
It's somewhere, I promise.
Wrote it down somewhere.
Are we rolling initiative?
You will
Keldor's
be.
charging before that.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Oh,
shit,
no.
he's making noise. I gotta get rid of one of them at least.
There can be no witnesses. Stealth warns two ways. Either there are no one who hears you, or there is no one who heard you.
Poopy poops. I know I wrote this crap down. And now I'm wondering, did I write it down in the notebook that's over on the other side of the room? If I did, that'd be stupid. Yes, no, I remember what he is. Yes, he certainly is more noticeable. For one, he is over 3 foot tall. He's actually quite tall for a goblin. He also looks surprisingly muscular. And he appears to be carrying a much larger looking weapon. The rest have just got like little swords. He appears to have a two-handed weapon, an axe of sorts. And okay, so Keldor, you are going to get one action with this charge, and then it's going to be initiative.
Alright.
So, do your charge, attack somebody, and then we're going to do some rolling.
$17 damage.
That's an 11.
Plus my new skirmish. Is right below that.
Oh yes, I see
'Cause
that
I'm
now.
a scout now.
You're attacking this fellow, I'm guessing.
Only guy in my reach, yeah.
Okay. Dead.
Now I get to roll initiative.
Yes.
But oh, that's not terrible.
Better than some of theirs. Gobs.
It's gonna roll negative initiative this time.
Is it half your move or a full move to get up from prone?
It's a full. It's not full round action. I think it's a move action.
Yeah.
Unless someone wants to correct me.
Yeah, it is just a move action to get up. Not like
Just
in
double checking.
5 where you can get up and then still move half your move.
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to a lot of 5th Ed podcasts and shit.
5th Ed where you can still get up and then move.
Is that everybody's initiative rolled? And just for ease, the players who aren't here, they'll only move if you tell them to move. Eliza, Unst, and Angus, they're keeping back unless you ask them to come in and help. So, the first person to move is Meat Sprinkles. There's very little he can do in the way of being helpful, so he's gonna stand there with his hands in manacles and look up to Kid with a look of, what do I do?
Just throw him behind the wall.
Just like grab him and then just set him down. Alright. You're
I just
muted,
don't cry
Kid.
like right there.
Oh yeah. Oh god,
has
my
Cody been
thing was
talking
down.
them?
Yep. I forgot the thing was down. Basically, I'm going to give him, if I have like this free action, I want to like jerk my head to the side a little bit, just like get the hell out of the way.
And that is exactly what he will do. He will quickly run out of sight. He'll go, ah!
Not
And
too
that
far
is
now.
what he'll do. Big Gob. Seeing his friend get so brutally attacked, he's gonna slowly saunter on forward. Thankfully, it's not too far away, so he's not slowed down too much by your darn, whatever you call it, difficult terrain.
Yep. But
And,
do get back over to
Anybody who speaks Goblinoid, they'll understand what he's saying. Anyone who doesn't will hear him go, or something to that effect.
I'll get the spark notes from Meat Sprinkles here in a minute.
He then is going to swing his big looking axe at Keldor.
I
Nice.
do get an attack of opportunity. He does, though.
Yep, because he had to come into your range. So go right ahead.
Ah, you
Ah,
freaking kidding me?
Oh,
And it
man.
was
2
fucking
ones.
20 damage!
Damn.
Oh,
Bisected him.
Okay.
Whoa.
How
I
do you
think-
envision this fumble
Oh.
happening?
oh, I totally hit the side of the tunnel because look at where I am. I'm like, I reach back and I feel the space where the tunnel is, and I go to swing, and I just boom. Pretty sure
Yeah,
the
you
glaive is
twang that.
partially stuck in the wall. With that much damage, that glaive is stuck in the wall.
Yeah, you know what? This is a mine shaft, so I mean, the walls aren't finely stone carved; they're kind of dirt. So you will need to make a strength check of sorts to remove that from the wall next turn.
So bad.
Goblin Boy, he's approached. Also, as well, you are technically considered unarmed currently. So take that as you will.
Yeah.
Oh crap! That means your threat range isn't included, so you've kind of lost a lot of your abilities until you get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
so he swings his axe. Ooh, yikes! That is well, he's not that strong because he's a goblin, so it's not as bad as it looks on paper. 9 damage.
Oh, that's not bad. Not great, but that's not bad. Not terrible. It's not the one shot that happened last.
Yeah.
Also, Keldor, since you have run down there, you have vision down these 2 other hallways, don't you?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I don't have vision down the left one because I just ran past it, but yeah, I would have.
Yeah, if you've not looked down it, then that's fine, but you'll have vision down this other one. You'd probably see that bit because you're not. Okay, and with that, we move on to Flick.
All right. So I'm going to jump up to my feet. And can I still take a 5-foot move and then do an attack? Is that a
Oh
thing?
yeah, 5-foot adjust is like a free action, pretty much, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Or bonus action, whatever the specific term for it is.
Double checking. So I'll move to that
You'll
square.
notice that we are not exactly rules lawyers here.
And then I'm just in range of throwing a dagger at this dude.
Do it.
So it's not a sneak attack though.
Yeah,
Come
with
on,
you
weapons.
face plant.
Yeah.
Well, you're the reason they know you're here, so
Yeah.
you'd have to do some great BS to get a sneak attack.
Yeah, this ground for sure.
2 damage. Not bad.
Yeah. Hit the shit out of him, but 2 damage.
Alrighty, -2. Cuckoo, choo. And then we have a kid.
Okay. Kid mentioned at the very beginning that he wanted to try and fill in for more of a support role, and honestly, he can't make it down there. So he's going to do the best thing he possibly can under the circumstances. He's going to move up as far as he can and still be able to cast a spell. And he's going to fire a flare off at the big leader goblin.
Big gob. Okay, Flare, correct me if I'm wrong, fortitude save?
That will be, fort negate 12.
That has affected him, so he takes -1 for a minute?
Let me see. He is dazzled for 1 minute, yes.
Yeah, so that's minus. Is that just attack, or is that attack and damage?
Let me double check on dazzle. Give me a moment.
Alrighty. So many different bleeding status effects. I never.
Hey, I will make that super easy for the future. I have that note received. -1 penalty on attack rolls, search checks, and spots checks.
All right, groovy. Okay. Keldor.
Let's get that strength check out of the way.
Since you are technically engaged in combat, and having to do a different check, he is going to get an attack of opportunity on you, unless you
Right.
want to argue that and justify that he doesn't.
Go for it. I'm just pulling it out. I got 21 on
Keldor, what's your AC again?
17.
He rolled a 14. You good?
I imagine he started swinging at me and I just yanked the glaive out and like hit his axe away.
Yeah, that's how I like to envision it. He raised it up like, "Ah!" And you just pulled your glaive out and you caught it as he swung down. His eyes are
Alright.
closed as he's doing it as well, so he got a little too confident.
Alrighty. I'm going to take a 5-foot step back
Mm-hmm.
and smack him in the face.
Do it.
And hopefully this time, fumble it. Okay. I do not get the extra damage, so 13.
Alrighty, minus 13. He's standing. He looks real angry. Primrose.
Okay. Let's see. For judgment to be able to move back here. That's fine. I have to wonder, would playing Inspire Courage inside of Mineshaft make it echo?
Mechanically, no, but
Real clever idea. I
I'm still
really
in
like that
range.
idea. I mean, I'm not gonna let it like actually affect. So, you can affect longer distances, but for flavor, yes, your music will be heard a little bit further throughout the mine shaft.
Okay.
If that's a good thing or a bad thing, we'll find out. So, just for flavor, Primrose, what are you playing like for everyone to listen to? Are you playing like a jaunty tune of go fight, kill the gobbos, or is it more, hey guys, chill out, we can do this?
Number 2.
Chill.
Primrose is hippie after all.
I just love. It's frustrating. I can't remember the name of a bleeding piece. The really famous flute piece. It's normally shown on television, like a sunrise comes up. That one. I like to imagine that's playing
it's a
as a
Beethoven
nice,
thing, yeah.
soothing bit of music.
Echoing down the halls hauntingly.
Hauntingly.
To accompany the sound of the slaughter.
Yeah.
Okay, gobs. Now, you look like you kind of angered them, so we've got a 1 and a 2.
He won't be able. The second one won't be made.
Unless he charges.
And then he
Oh no,
gets
charge
stopped.
difficult terrain. Okay. Yeah, the first one can get to you. The
Yep.
second one, they're just gonna work on getting close.
Smack
Okay, wait.
this guys.
You've only had 1 attack of opportunity so far this round, haven't you?
I actually had my turn since I have not opportunity.
All right, cool. Just double checking. He could only get to there feasibly. Darn you and your difficult terrain.
Great, isn't it?
Let's just move Dead Gobbo out of the way.
Okay. 14 damage.
Okay, I will take that into account. He's gonna move to there. Is he dead? No, he just lives on 1 hit point, and with his final breath, he knows he's gonna die, but he's taking you down with him. or probably not with a 14 to hit.
Pretty sure I just like whacked him on the head and he just stumbles and misses me.
That is exactly what happens. He's going like, he's also going to start making his way downtown, walking fast. Is that all of them? Not quite. Forgot about you. Do. Dum 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 dum. Alrighty, that's all the gobbos. Meat Sprinkles is he's gonna curl up into a ball and sob quietly, unless told otherwise.
I am engaged in something else at the moment. Primrose could tell him something if you wanted.
All of the
I'm not gonna. I'm busy playing my flute. I have no business.
That works.
Yeah. Okay. Then Big Gobbo. He is so angry for missing you. It looks as if his muscles throb and bulk out as he makes a 5-foot adjust, and he's gonna whack you again. Whacking. Damn it, he sucks.
Sweet.
Yeah, he steps forward. His eyes are still like sparkling with this flame, goes, "Ah!" And he just cannot hit you. Flick.
All right. I don't know how close I want to get. Well, let's.
Considering I'm basically fighting.
I mean, you guys can call in your reinforcements whenever you like. They've just been hanging back.
Negative. We have to do this ourselves.
We must
Sounds
prove
awesome.
ourselves.
Yeah, my cat.
Okay. I'm well within range now, so Flick's actually just going to there's no way I can get a sneak attack on any of these guys, is there?
I suppose feasibly. Once again, someone wants to call bullshit on me. There is no reason I don't see why you wouldn't be able to adjust behind the corner and make them from there, because you would technically be hidden.
Like here? Or there?
Right there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I'll accept it.
Someone can call bullshit on that if they want, but that's how I see it would work.
I'm down with that. If you want me to make a hide check for it or something, that'd be fine too.
Yeah,
As well,
it's-
these guys are technically engaged in combat, so if you're throwing stuff at them, they're probably not going to look at you.
Fair enough. I'm gonna do that then.
Who are you going for? You going for Big Gob or one of the little
Yeah,
ones?
going for the red guy on the map.
Go
Big
for it.
Gobbo. And let's see if this rolls correctly. Yeah, looks like it did.
Yeah,
It's a 19 hit.
nice.
that's a good meaty hit. Where do you think you hit him?
I'm thinking right around the clavicle.
Yeah, this goblin, he's got a nice dagger sticking out of just under his collarbone. It's pretty gnarly looking. He seems somewhat unfazed by it, but he's still going.
It's when you pull it back out that it becomes a real problem.
Oh yeah. That brings us to Mr. Dark Horse.
All right. That will be my last level 0 spell for today, except for the one, which is not useful in combat. I'm going to walk forward, taking up a position right behind Keldor. And I'm going to see if I can take this big guy down.
I've just realized something. Have you guys been adding the +1 from
Yep.
Inspire Courage?
I have, yes.
Oh, I haven't.
Okay, so I need to
Nice.
hang on. Just need to minus an additional 1 from Flick. Okay. Ooh, Cody. Nice.
Yeah, Kid's channeling all the rage from all of the times he missed a goblin today, and just thinking the words behind True Strike, if not the actual spell itself.
Yeah.
So
You
much
kind of
rage.
envisioning True Strike without casting it, and okay. I like. To
I'm
reward
sparing
crits.
only one goblin today.
We all know I like to reward crits. How do you envision you are hitting this fellow?
Well, as we look at the artwork for my awesome spike chain, the horse head is going to collide directly in the center of his chest, with the spike impaling him, hopefully through bone, with a very satisfying and wet crunch noise.
If you would
Brutal.
be so kind as to make a strength check as you pull it out of him,
So.
anything might happen.
Okay, here comes the strength.
Ah, dang it. Sorry.
All right.
He rolled higher. That's a shame. It would have been cool. But he's still standing. He just looks very not well. He's kind of looking around at everyone. He's got this pretty large, bruised, gaping hole in his chest, a dagger in his shoulder, and wherever Keldor smacked him in the face. He ain't looking too hot, but he is refusing to go down without a fight.
Alrighty.
Speaking of, Keldor.
5-foot step back, and I'm smacking the tiny goblin in front of me.
See, I'm fairly certain I know the rules. 5-foot step doesn't
Yeah,
provoke
it does
attack
not
opportunity. No.
provoke.
Yeah, just double check because I was 99% like, I don't think it does it? But yeah. All right, yeah. Going for little guy.
Yep.
Go for it. Ooh, 14. You miss.
Ah.
As you go for the attack, he kind of lifts up a little shield and you just jabbing us. Yeah! He's on 1 hit point and refusing to die.
Well, it's lucky. His boss is lucky that happened, because he would be hurting if it had gone.
Anything else you would like to do?
I can't do anything else. So, that's the end of my turn.
All right, groovy. Primrose.
Okay. First of all, let me plug my phone in before it dies.
That
We
would be
will
a
never
good
hear from
thing
me
to do.
again. 1 second, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just thinking. Obviously, you can choose to continue playing your song, to continue the bardic inspiration going, or you can drop it and do something else entirely.
Oh, more of them appeared. Oh god. Okay.
Dum, 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 dum.
Such a...
How long after I end playing does Inspire Courage last?
5
5
rounds.
turns.
Oh, so okay. Um, oh, I wonder. It is echoing here, correct?
Yes, it is.
A little
Okay.
bit.
So more of them are down the tunnel. So I wonder if doing ghost sound would scare me.
Well, none of them have seen you yet, so yes, that could possibly work. What are you ghost sounding to create?
It's Balrog of Morgoth. That's what I'm trying to do.
Just the
Let's see.
Roar!
I I mean, I kind of want to do that now.
Just like a big creature thudding through and howling.
I can't remember the exacting limits of ghost sound, but if memory serves, it's something like it can make it sound like a small crowd of people. So the equivalent of like 10 people is what
If you
ghost
cast
sound.
the spell, it will tell you. I've got it set up for that.
Like, that's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. I'm more than willing to accept my memory could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've ever cast ghost sound.
So Balrog wouldn't work.
Just roll it and we'll see what the because
Alright.
Yeah.
One.
Do the spell! Spells! Spelling!
You're not supposed to be here, Mr. Bardic Knock.
I'm everywhere!
Damn it! Can't
Almost
escape
as if I'm God.
Oh, it's awful.
Quiet, you.
We'd almost want to kill ourselves. But
Never.
we find ourselves with you.
Work. Um,
There we go.
As much noise as 4 normal humans per caster level. You're caster level 4, so 4 by 4, 16 humans. Do we believe 16 humans can make the sound of a Balrog?
I have
Cody.
it set to where it tells you what the
Not anywhere close.
what the sound is. It's about 8 humans.
Yeah. Cody, as a teacher, you know what it's like to be around humans on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, typically the small ones.
Can 8 humans make the sound of a Balrog?
You may feel like they are. They're not.
Well, I have thrown out my own voice trying to talk over them a couple of times, so I would say probably about half that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that sounds
Depends on if you took their flaming hot talkies away from them.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to give you a circumstantial bonus of +4 to an intimidation check.
oh, okay.
Unless someone wants to justify it should be more than 4.
4 sounds about right.
Works for me.
And this is where 5 it would be easy. It could just be like, roll advantage.
Come on, Primrose. Use that orc side to you.
Well, they do get a will save to see if they can tell the sound's not real or not.
Yes, they do, but goblins are notoriously rolling nat 1s, so...
And that's a 14 for intimidate. Or sorry, 19.
That's a 15, so +4, 19.
Come on. Come on.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, it's the goblin's turn. That's a good thing.
See what you got, Gabos.
Heard a giant roaring sound.
Yep. They do the bravest, most noble thing they can possibly think of. And run the fuck away.
Yay! I did things, guys. That's awesome.
Flick also runs away.
The only one who doesn't.
I get an attack of opportunity on that dude as he.
He is withdrawing.
Okay.
It's such an
I'll
arbitrary
accept that.
fucking rule. I don't understand. Like what the person tells you. I'm withdrawing, and then moves away.
I think
Oh,
it's
well, we
literally
can't
just
touch him now,
turning and
guys.
sprinting. Like
He
just
said
like
timeout. We can't attack him.
Yeah. No, he had his fingers crossed, guys. That means he can't be hurt. The only one who doesn't is Big Gob, who is just standing there. He roars back at it. He goes, "Rah!" It's the most adorably terrifying sound you've ever heard.
That one frog thing, you mean?
It's usually my stick.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just moving Dead Gob back because he didn't run away.
Kind of hard for a dead goblin.
So, is anybody telling Meat Sprinkles to do anything, or is you just going to let him sit there and cry to himself?
He's crying to himself.
Yep. He continues to
busy.
sit there and sob.
My cat is
Big Gob. Ooh, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Step.
He's gonna take a 5-foot adjust forward. Yes, I can arbitrarily use mechanics and rules too. Ha 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 ha. Who does he hate more, Kid or Keldor?
I mean, Keldor did attack first, but Kid just
Bring
put
it
a
on,
giant.
bitch.
Kid just
Well,
put
that's
a
it, you-
giant hole into his chest. So
He is justified in hating both of you. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll a d4. Odds or evens, guys.
I'll take even then.
That's a 3. Keldor, it's coming at you. That is a 17.
that matches my armor class, so it hits.
Yay! Big Gob is not Oh.
Big God is
Down.
useless.
6 damage.
That's damage. I'm now below Kid's max health.
Flick.
All right, this guy's still standing. Somehow.
Yep, Big Gob is still there, refusing to go down.
Okay. I can't throw anything from behind them, can I?
Unless you have.
Unfortunately, you don't really have great line of sight. I mean, you could ask, because you can throw through if you ask one of them to, like, crouch down.
Couldn't
Because
I
you
just,
are
like-
allowed to do that. You can ask a comrade to duck while you shoot an arrow.
Okay, could I just duck here? Like behind
Uh,
Keldor?
Kind of just squish through.
Yeah, to do that, you would have to, like, squeeze through Keldor's place, and you would invoke an attack of opportunity from Big Gobbo as you tried to rush through.
I'll risk it.
He's not doing so great. Okay, he did good there. That's a 19.
Oh, that's my AC.
Ooh! Good damage. 10 damage.
Ah, shit.
Now get your revenge.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I did not change my maximum HP, just my current HP. And now that's way down. There we go. All right, so now to chuck a dagger at his face. But it's not gonna be
Do
sneaky
it!
now, I assume.
Yes, it is sneaky now.
Because he's
'Cause
flanked.
Yeah, he's... yeah, he's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit for him to pay attention to.
Exactly. That is a hit.
Yep.
That is 10 damage.
Nice.
And with that... No, I'm 10, not 0.
Don't forget the
Um,
one. That's an important part of that number.
With that, where are you wanting the dagger to hit him?
The other clavicle.
Yeah, the other dagger stabs in as he kind of looks up and he finally he drops his axe and he grabs both the daggers and he tries to pull them out, and as he
Ooh, that's
does
a bad
so,
idea.
he knows he's going down at this point, so he
Yeah.
pulls them out, lets out a little goblin shout, a little goblin cry, as he drops to his knees, and he doesn't fall over. He's still on his knees, but he is unconscious.
Okay, Keldor, hold him down. We're gonna see if we can get him up because he knows more than Meat Sprinkles does.
Okay, hold on.
And Flick walks in and gets his
Aw,
daggers
shit.
out of his unconscious hands. And then he just
Damn, you're
backs out.
messing
And
me
he's like,
up.
okay, go for it. Oh, did we kill him?
Messing me up.
Pins him down.
Okay, Kid, with a heal check of 6, your very bright idea is to jab the 2 hole. Well, It's actually quite amusing. He's kind of got like a dot to dot going on his chest now because he's got one under the clavicles and one in his chest. Your clever idea is to put pressure on those and then twist a little bit.
Put the
he's gonna
knives
take-
back in. That'll definitely help.
Yeah, he's going to take damage for that as well.
Okay.
Does anybody have another pointy object we can fill this hole with?
Yes.
Before you continue figuring out what you want to do with this guy, remember the goblins have just run deeper into the mine off to the right. Are you giving chase? Are you letting them go and you're going to go across them later?
What's up?
Now we need to regroup.
They're gonna tell everybody. Everyone we fight from now on is gonna know we're coming.
Yes, Flick, I should inform you what is going on over
Yeah,
in
you totally should.
yonder direction. Well, Flick. Now that there's no active combat going on where you are, could you make a listen check for me, please?
I can do that.
If he's still alive, I'm trying.
If you're trying another heal check, okay, it's above 10. You're getting towards stabilizing him. I'll tell you what happens to that in a second. But Flick, with your listen check of 19, you can distinctively hear the sound of running water.
Okay, down the one that I'm partially down.
Yes.
I hear water. Is that important?
I don't
Don't
know.
know.
I'm gonna give a whistle for Sugar to come back.
Which way are you sending Sugar?
I have no idea where it was. I'm just gonna do a general whistle. Everything knows we're here now.
While they're gathering up their shit, I'm going to creep down to this corner here and just peek around.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for traps while I go.
When you get to this, it's not on the right thing. When you get to this point here, the sound of the water grows louder. It seems as if it's coming from below you. If you actually look over to the side, you realize that you are not currently in a tunnel. You are on a bridge. If you were to look over the side, you would see what appears to be a flowing underground river.
Wow. How big is it? Like 10 feet wide or so, looks like there.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, guys, there's a river over here. Does anybody need water?
I mean, that is underneath you. You're making a quick judgment call. It's probably about 30 feet down from where you are on your little bridge.
Yeah. And we didn't see any goblins run down this way, right?
No goblins appear to be running down this way.
Okay.
I'm going to step forward and around the.
You're peeking around the wall. How stealthy are you being?
Let's check. So.
That is armor.
My dex and my armor perfectly cancel each other out. So, 10.
I revealed something I didn't mean to reveal. It's not like it matters.
I haven't moved my spot from where I currently am, so it's fine.
Nope. Right click, you bastard.
Oh,
shit.
okay. That I'm going to.
They don't appear to be looking over in your direction. They don't seem to have heard you yet. They seem to be standing there in a guard-like formation, kind of muttering to each other.
I'll just like put my hand down to Flick and be like, that way. And then I turn around and
All right, I'll slink back with him.
Okay.
We doing any better with our red goblin friend here?
Yes, I was going to go back to that. The heal check of 12. You haven't stabilized him, but you've gone, maybe I shouldn't keep twisting things inside him. Maybe I should, like patch him up a little bit.
I should
Alright.
probably stop the things that are coming out of him from coming out of him. He probably needs
That's
those.
a good plan. I'll try that, and I'll do one last heal check if I'm allowed.
Yes, you may have one final attempt at a heal check. That is a natural 20.
oh,
Ooh, I got the crit part right.
Kid, what you do, you kind of jabbed your thumb into a hole, you twisted it, didn't work. You kind of like poked it and went, Your final idea is to lift this little goblin up by the scruff of his neck and slap him across the face and go, get up. To which he opens his little goblin eyes and goes, meh.
Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't my precise plan. I'm going to say grabbing a hold of his neck and holding him up. But you'll definitely do. Meat Sprinkles, front and center.
Meat Sprinkle's eyes are puffy and red, as if he has been crying.
What's this one's name?
This.
He kind of looks at the one you're holding, and the one kind of looks down and goes,
Get some rut. Yes. This one's Grog. Grog's not nice, Goblin. Grog beat me up.
Oh, really? So, let me show you what we do to people who antagonize us. I'll let you give him a name.
Grog the Poop Nose.
Grog the Poop Nose it is, then. All right, Mr. Grog the Poop Nose, do you speak common?
Get rid of your burger now.
take that as a no.
Care to translate that there?
No. You don't want to hear it.
Alrighty then, and I'm going to very, very gently but firmly smack his head against the wall and bring him back.
Gently, but firmly.
Alright, buddy. So here's what we're going to do. And I'm expecting Meat Sprinkles to translate this. Hopefully words are not needed for that.
yeah, if you give him the looks and translate what I'm saying to him, he will do exactly that. He'll repeat exactly after you. He'll even try mimicking what you're doing, although his hands are cupped together. So if you do any excessive gestures, both of his hands move as he's doing it.
Okay. I'm going to ask, what is your position here?
Meat Sprinkles translates, and then there's some other chatter, and he comes back, and Meat Sprinkles goes,
He's a lieutenant. It's, not leader, but not like mook. It's 2 steps above Meat Sprinkles level, but 1 step below big leader.
Okay, how much would they care if you died?
Not at all.
Oh, that's something that works out perfectly. Okay, then in that case, it seems that the goblin and our vision aligns quite a bit. So tell me, we're looking for a way through this place. Which corridor will get us there?
Meat Sprinkles translates, and he kind of points directly heading along the main corridor.
Okay, and how many traps will we find along the way there, friend?
He says something, and Meat Sprinkles goes,
Define trap.
Something that is designed to either stop us from moving forward the way we want to, or hurt us in any way. Something that if I threw you onto it, would not kill you.
There's a little bit more back and forth, and Meat Sprinkles goes,
No goblin made ones. There's things the dwarves left behind. We can't get rid of them. They're built in.
Okay, sounds about right. All right, in that case, What do you say we do with him, guys?
Kill the poop nose. Kill him.
I'm just like looking and like, well, there's a river back there, and it's about 30-foot drop.
I have a better idea, Kid says as he throws the goblin to the ground. Before he can react, crossbows him in the head.
Ooh.
Bonk. Grog the poop nose is dead.
Okay. So, Keldor, about how
Um,
strong are you?
Pretty damn strong.
Sounds awesome. Do you still have that rope?
Yep.
Can I borrow your glaive?
Sure.
You want some of his blood too?
No, not quite. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to where we can go around corners without a problem now. I'm going to tie the goblin.
Instantly realizes what's going on and starts helping you do it.
Oh my god.
All right,
Get a
meat
fucking
sprinkles.
Scarecrow out of his goblin's corpse.
Yes, we're going to Weekend at Bernie's with him.
Okay,
Wow.
you know what, guys? That is a perfect time to take a quick break.
It certainly is.
Alright.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
you guys can do that. The backup crew they'll come up and join you. If you want to converse anything with them about what your plan is, we'll do it when we get back. Because I need another beer.
Sounds right.
Alrighty. In that case, we
Alright.
will be back in a moment.
See you
Alrighty,
soon.
see you Welcome back, everybody. We hope you had a lovely break because we all needed one after turning a corpse into a decoy. So, welcome back to the party, and welcome back to our 3.5 game of Dungeons and Dragons as we explore deeper into these goblin-infested Dwarven Mines. I totally didn't steal the idea from Tolkien. You can't prove that. Anyhow, before we continue, we're still just waiting for our rogue to return. He's had to go and get food. But while we're doing that, why don't I quickly tell you about some amazing things you can do if you join, if you subscribe to Welcome to the Party. Yeah. If you subscribe, you instantly get a free crit you can give to any player or dungeon master of your choice for an entire month. Yeah. Well, one per month. It's not like you can just give them crits whenever you feel like that. Break everything.
Would be pretty.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to that if you paid me enough. So, hey. Other than that, there are some great things you can do. You can, if you scroll on down, you'll see a beautiful list of different amazing offers we have. For example, for just a measly, 200 bits, I believe it is, you can give a crit to a player any
500.
time. 500. What's that? $5. That's nothing. That's less than a beer.
Indeed.
Not
That must
really.
be a harsh and desolate place.
Good beer. Makes me happy. But there's all kinds of amazing stuff you can do. You can create NPCs. You can put yourself into our game, and obviously you'll have to talk to whichever dungeon master. But you can talk to me, and if you design an NPC that's cool enough, you can make yourself like Tom Bombadil if you so wish. So powerful and immense, but you don't do anything because you're too cool. Hi ho, the Bombadillo. I'm ashamed of myself. Anyhow, TJ is probably still getting food. So, your backup team, they've wandered on up. Just to remind you, everything that's going on. Up that away to the left, you have seen a small battalion of goblins seemingly guarding a doorway, and as you cross a bridge, underneath said bridge is a running underground river. Down the right corridor is where a squadron of goblins seem to run off screaming in terror. So, what they'll be doing, you guys won't know unless you head down that way. And you have just been told the most direct route to get out of this mine is to keep going straight forward. May I remind you that the dwarves asked that you cleared the mine so they could get back to work.
Well, this was pretty short work, honestly. We know how many there are, at least.
Roughly.
We haven't even seen any gems yet either, so...
Well, we have that group up there. They're probably isolated.
Yeah, we can lure them in with our awesome disguise. And then, once they're close enough, we come out and kill them.
Oh,
Or,
God.
let them surrender, whatever way works. I say looking both at Primrose and at the likely nasty look that Keldor gave me, but...
Oh no, I didn't give you a nasty. I killed these things.
Okay, cool.
They're raiders. I deal with them.
Alrighty.
What I do.
There's always the other oh-so-intelligent option. You've got a whole backup squad. You could, split the party.
That could work. They should be fine with Angus and everything else. Send Eliza down that way with them. They won't have any problem. Let them go handle the other one.
Nah, I prefer to keep the healer with.
We've got Primrose.
Excuse me?
Zendrix is pretty well equipped for healing. Remember, Zendrix got... Obviously, you guys don't know that Zendrix is a druid, but you know Zindrix got hold of some potions, so Zindrix is pretty
Ooh.
sorted.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable leaving my snuggle bunny in a mountain by herself.
Well,
let's go deal with the guys up to. Let's just do it. And
Okay.
I'm going to move as quietly as possible, which how quiet that actually.
you know,
That is
Primrose, I
quietly
could send
Oh,
I could
I'm pretty
send
damn
sugar.
silent about time.
Sorry, Cody, what were you saying? I'm assuming you're saying you could send sugar that way.
Yes, I would send Sugar that way. If Sugar rides along with Eliza, then I would know instantly if they're getting into any trouble. And I'm going to say this by taking Sugar out of my hair and presenting it forward, allowing Sugar's adorable bat eyes to do a bit of the talking.
Primrose, roll a will save to resist cuteness.
Oh god. Oh. If this were real life, I would fail immediately.
Well, you have a chance to resist.
I mean, if I fall in love with a kobold, there's a problem there. So.
And there's a whole group of people who fall in love with ugly animals. It's fine.
I'm sorry. We'll check.
Yes, will save, please.
How do I do that?
It's on your main page.
Yep.
Right below yours.
I see
I think it just goes to show how little we use so many things on these character sheets. An 11. I had set the DC at 13, so you are overcome with the cuteness of this bat.
Of course I am. His name is Sugar, for God's sake.
It makes cute bat sounds at you. It goes.
Ugh. Listen, you're very cute. But oh god. Primrose will look at Eliza and like plead with her eye, with their eye.
Eliza, being the diplomat that she is, she'll kind of look at Primrose and then at Kid and goes, "Oh well, if it means we can explore more and do it, that's probably a good idea. I suppose. I mean, I read something about familiars. I believe that you have some kind of empathic link or something. So you'd know if not Primrose. No, I'm getting my cute things mixed up. I'm sorry.
Well, I wouldn't know if I have an empathic link with it, but I can sometimes feel the same feelings it's feeling. So
Well, that's what I mean. You'd know if Little Sugar was scared, So if we went down that way and say there was I don't know, like a big scary ogre or wolves or something, you'd know that Sugar is scared, right?
not to mention, Sugar can actually use blind sense. So if you let him just like sit up on top of your head and squeak for a little bit, nothing will catch you by surprise if it suddenly becomes dark.
Oh, that would be awful nice. I reckon so. So
My anxiety is high.
I'm completely okay with doing that if everyone agrees it's a good idea.
You know my answer to that.
You think it's a great idea?
Sugar, take
Please
the
stop,
position
please.
in her hair.
We've talked about this. I have issues with this plan.
They'll be fine. Sugar's a very strong bat.
Uh-huh.
He's at least half as strong as I am.
Kid.
Oh.
Kid.
That was a loud noise. Oh,
Why?
Sounds like TJ logging in.
yeah. Just to find out that the party's being split.
Nice. I go away for 5 minutes.
Well, it's just the backup squad.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
We're gonna leave
God.
them behind, or what?
Well, you guys have sounded like you want to go down one corridor, and you can send them down another.
Yep, we can. Hopefully we
you
don't
want
kill
to.
off our people who aren't heroes characters.
Listen,
All right.
That's why they're having a discussion if they should send Eliza so they have the healer with them as well.
It should be
And
fine.
this
If there's any trouble, Sugar can come get us.
Okay.
Just assuming you guys don't get into trouble either.
That's what
Primrose
I'm more worried
continues-
about. I'm
Yeah.
more worried about me getting killed.
I'm not too worried. Between Keldor and I, we're kind of built for close quarters fighting.
But I'm much better in open space. Crowded.
I'm at half health
oh,
Uh,
Primrose
it-
continues.
from the
If
ogre.
you make that known, Eliza will happily heal you.
Ah. Well, there's probably like a big fuck off gash in his chest somewhere.
Oh yeah,
He's
you've
probably
got a
cradling that and bleeding a lot.
Yeah, if you like even just remotely suggest that you want looking after, she'll go ooh and give you a heal.
Perfect.
And Primrose continues to make disgruntled noises.
Okay.
except gladly.
Take 7 hit points back. Flick.
All right. Yay.
Whew, I'm feeling much better.
So, is it kind of decided that backup squad going down the right corridor, main team going up because you've seen a battalion up that way?
Sure.
Um,
But
I
before we proceed, well, unless anybody else has an objection, but before we do proceed, I'm going to pull some chalk out of my backpack, and I'm going to put an arrow leading, I'm actually going to go back up to this corner here, and I'm going to put one coming from the direction we came, pointing the direction we went, and then I'm going to put one on each corner down here, going the way we're going, and then the way they're going.
Primrose elects something to boost.
And I want them to curve around from the direction we came.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
And I, for the sake of brevity, am doing this at every junction we pass. Every place there's more than one choice to go.
Alrighty. So, I'll cover what backup squad is doing. Are we going to give them a real name instead of just backup? Okay.
Backup squad.
Do we have
I
a real
will.
name yet?
We don't even have a real name yet. They're backup
Yeah.
squad. Let's go.
They can settle down thinking they're getting a real name.
Okay. So you guys do what you're doing, and I'll do a bunch of stuff for them. Not off screen. I'll be rolling shit to tell you what happens.
Um,
Can I call us the backdoor squad?
Well, that's what they're named now.
Alright.
Team backdoor.
Oh, jeez.
Can Primrose say one thing to Unst before they go?
Of course you may.
Okay.
I'm into threesomes. Bye.
That, I mean, this is not a lie, but not appropriate.
But it's not what she said.
Not what they
Um,
said.
Right.
Anyway, Primrose will stare very intently at Unst, like almost a glare, and be like, and then they put their hands on Eliza's shoulders. It's like, you protect this one. You hear me?
Who are you saying you to? Are you addressing all of them? Unst. Unst looks
Unst
at you and goes,
mainly.
yeah. Unst looks at you and then looks at Eliza and goes, Unst can handle these.
This is
He's
Oh,
simple
okay.
task. Unst will do.
And then, feeling not sure about this, they look at Angus. You protect this one too.
Angus looks at you and then at Unst and then at Eliza and then back to you and goes, I feel as if you're slightly insulting Unst right now, but sure,
All right, cool.
yes. That seems kind of rude, if you ask me. But
That's fine.
well, okay. We'll head down this way, and two of those goblins just scattered off, and whatever else needs taken care of. Should we shout anything, or agree to meet back up in this central passage, or?
The bat will tell you what to do.
Angus looks at the bat and goes, I really wish that wasn't the strangest thing I heard today. All right. Angus is going to boldly step in front and loudly announce in a thick, broad, commanding voice, 2nd Battalion, do that.
Bye, Backdoor Force.
Of the land of Fife, noble and true with a heart of steel.
Somewhere off in the distance, you vaguely hear Bardic not going, I'm working on more songs about you, Angus. They'll be great.
Why are you here?
That's
Hi,
the worst part of your
everyone.
ghost down Primrose. God, that would be
What?
terrifying.
What?
Just
Your
the
ghost
Bardic
sound.
rock everywhere.
I'm haunted now. Oh
Thought
shit!
it was over.
Turns out it's actually a Q.
Oh dear.
Is it what?
You think for one moment you see his face emerge from the wall. He goes, I see you everywhere.
You do it! No!
Alrighty.
I'm going crazy in these tunnels, panicking.
Perfect. Good way to start a fight.
Oh.
I'm looking around the corner at all these gobos down the way.
I'm going to be walking up and nearly around the corner and say, so what did you see, Keldo?
And then you notice them.
Oh, all right. Okay, so this is where we can first start testing our plan, but in order for this to work, we need meat sprinkles. Meat sprinkles. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say, and I need you to be as convincing as possible.
How dark is it around the corner, Matt?
It's still fairly well lit. I'm assuming no one's like just strolling brazenly out there, right?
No, but just like as we like, I can even look in the tunnel that's close to us without looking at them, just to see how much light there is.
Yeah, you'll have to make a high check to be peering from behind the corner without like openly stepping out there, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can look like without even making direct line of sight to them. I'm just gonna look.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here and like judge from that.
Yeah, you can tell it's fairly well lit.
Okay.
It's not like bright, but it still counts as dimly illuminated. Words do not feel good in my mouth today.
Okay.
Dimly Illuminati.
All right, then I'll let them take the lead with meat sprinkles for this one.
Okay, meat sprinkles. There's a very specific set of phrases that I want you to say, so pay very close attention. What I want you to tell them, as we dangle your former boss around the corner on the edge, making him look as lifelike as possible, telling that to Keldor, you are going to need to shout down, okay, everybody, I need you to come down here, and we'll have an impromptu swimming drill. And either way, we will put them in this very narrow corridor, and the rest of us will open up with whatever sort of range we have. I got my crossbow. Primrose, I'm sure you have a thing. Flick with his daggers.
Sorry.
And we'll just be ready if they decide not to jump into the water and just do our job for us.
Okay. So,
I don't think even they're that dumb.
let's paint a word picture. This goblin's corpse, which is being suspended on the end of a glaive,
Not unlike a foosball player.
it is dangled on out. Keldor, please make a perform check for me. Because you're technically puppeteering right now.
Wow. Corpse marionette.
Should I be doing
Not
this?
very convincing.
Yeah, as you do this, you can see the glaive vaguely sticking out from the other end. And,
Oh,
you can't quite get his legs to look like they're standing, so they're kind of limply turned in outward directions. as you try and adjust the glaive to make his hand wave, and it kind of looks like his whole body lurches forward, and you can see the glaive kind of digging more and more up inside this deceased goblin's body.
He's just drunk. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, Meat Sprinkles is okay. Meat Sprinkles, he's not a great performer, but he's better than Keldor. As he puts on a voice and goes, "You guys don't understand. She can't speak Goblin, but you assume he says the word you told him to say."
He better have.
Now I need to see if these guys believe. And you hear some muttering in Goblinoid. Well, in Goblin. Are you wanting Meat Sprinkles to quickly translate back to you?
No, I would like, as I've been watching what's been happening, I would like him to very quickly communicate the message. I want him to very much assure them that he is alive. Like, I want him to just shout down the corridor, "I'm alive, by the way."
Damn it, no. Oh my god.
He wants to be able
Okay.
to check if anything.
The three in the back row all unleash shots from their crossbow. All three hit the corpse. As they start to load up. The three in front take a defensive position, raising shields and posing forward with their swords. And you hear a voice from a back going,
We can see the glaive. We know he's dead.
Damn it, Meat Sprinkles, you failed me.
The voice was convincing. It was the dead puppet that wasn't good.
Okay, and with that, I'm
Tried to
going
tell you
to take the glaive and just fling the body and see if I can hit one of them with the body.
Wow.
okay,
That
that is going to be an improvised weapon. I mean, technically, yes, the goblin is a small creature, so you can hurl it. It's an improvised weapon, so take a -2 on the attack, but make a ranged attack with goblin corpse throwing.
crit.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Hell yeah!
Which one are you
Name,
hitting?
Matt.
Wow.
Oh, the guy in the middle, just like. Boom. Oh, that's great.
Want to see a dead
Okay.
body?
Who wants to try and justify how much damage a goblin corpse does?
That's a small object, isn't it? Oh.
Technically, yes.
Okay. Let me look at that.
Are you goblin bullying?
Oh, falling object damage. Holy shit. Oh,
You just made a new
I
game.
can't
Goblin
breathe.
bullying.
Where you knock down
Okay.
goblins with other goblins.
okay.
Who
Alright. Falling object damage. If the object weighs, I'm assuming he weighs roughly 50 to 31 pounds, something like that.
Thereabouts.
Okay. Looks like it will deal. It looks like 2d4 damage. So not a whole lot, but just some.
But it's a crit, so it's 4d4.
It is a crit.
Plus strength because you hurled it.
Okay, so.
Enough to say the
Plus-
fuck, man.
Oh, plus I get the Bardic Inspiration would have faded by now, wouldn't it?
Yes, you spent more than a minute discussing.
Okay.
Obviously, since it's a crit, it's your strength score doubled.
Oh my god.
How? You just killed a man with a corpse.
Party. Yeah.
That's got to be a strike, right?
1 second, guys. I need to mute my mic for a second.
Oh my god! I think one beer is enough.
You gonna go for the spare? Like,
We've broken the DM. Good job. Goal acquired.
Sorry, I needed to cry.
you just didn't want that soundbite.
Ow.
What are we doing?
No. Those rules are for something falling at terminal velocity, but I think Keldor hurling a goblin. It's got to be fairly
Five
close,
straight,
right?
So, yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
someone, I'm not fantastic at making clips on Twitch. Whoever's good at that, someone please make a clip of the murder of a goblin by hurling another dead goblin at it. Because anyhow, roll initiative.
Oh my
Steer
god.
right. Must reset goblin pins now.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that just happened.
Oh, that was amazing.
Hey.
Ooh.
But come on.
Oh man. I just.
So slow, Primrose. My God. Oh.
Woo. Thud.
And then you just hear us laughing around the corner, like just laughing for a whole minute.
Where did my token for Flick go?
Yeah.
Oh, here's my kid.
I can't see it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. No, I can't see any token there. I see
I
Kid, I see Primrose, and I see No Me. I see where
Uh,
Spudnik is.
Interesting. Go
If I
ahead and
moved, is it?
And I can't grab an object there or anything. Weird.
Huh, weird. Did you see Kid move just now?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I can move Spudnik and everything.
that's
Okay, I see what's happened. Let me just get rid of that. Poopy poops.
Indeed.
Listening to the playback of this session.
just like fling him like a catapult from my glaive and then freaking kill someone.
Do I need to add bowling sounds to this?
Okay, TJ, can you see it now?
I see 2 flicks now. I'll
Oh,
take that.
I double fixed it.
You did.
There.
There we go. Perfect.
Yay! Now you can roll
Now-
initiative.
Yeah, now I can roll initiative.
Oh my God.
I'm just having a quick. I'm just having a quick look at the chat. Just looking at how they're reacting to this nonsense. I hope you enjoy this stupidity. It's brought to you by Dungeons and Dragons and crying DMs everywhere.
And Kildor, who is stupidly strong.
It was Kid's idea, though.
Well, to put the guy on the glaive, yes, but I was like,
Yeah.
I bet I can throw this guy because I
That
don't
was a
have
team effort,
range. I do not have range, so I'm just like, I can throw this guy. Let me throw.
You're
this
saying
guy.
you don't have rage yet.
Range.
Arbitrarily take 1 level in
Range.
Barbarian just for rage.
That's one of those
Range.
scenes you're gonna remember in
Actually, I
D&D
can't
for a
take
long
Barbarian because then I'd
Oh,
lose
yeah.
all my knight stuff. Because
Yeah.
Waffle, yay!
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another version of rage you could probably take for some.
Oh, I'll probably.
The rage spell, which Primrose could possibly cast if she took the
Yep.
spell.
Okay. Whew. Well, it is Meat Sprinkle's turn.
Yes, it are. Are you making Meat Sprinkles go and do anything? If not, he's going to move out of the line of fire and cry more to himself.
Do I have the key to the
Certainly is a
manacles?
leaky motherfucker.
Or was I even concerned about that? Because I can't remember if I was.
Yeah, you
I'm
have the key.
assuming you'd have the key.
Okay. I'm going to have Meat Sprinkles come over to me.
He moves on over.
And I'm going to drop the key at my feet and basically tell him go crazy.
He gets down, he awkwardly fumbles, and that's going to be his standard action to take off the manacles. Did you leave him with a weapon?
No, but there are numerous dead goblins around. I'm sure he can get one.
Okay, he'll have to run back and grab a weapon off that guy.
That's fine.
That'll okay. Keldor.
As much as my first instinct is to run in and smack someone, I don't particularly want 3 crossbow to the chin. So,
No, that's not that.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Putting my hand back, I ask Flick for a dagger.
Just to remind you, Flick only has small daggers.
That's fine.
Toothpick.
Alright, I pull one out of my vest and I put it in his hand. If I'm able to do so.
Yep.
And I am
I do have
throwing
quick
the
draw.
dagger.
Actually, who are you
I'm-
throwing it at?
I am moving 10 feet. And then I'm flicking it at...
Okay, go right ahead. It's a small dagger, so since you're using something not designed for your size, does that work when you're going smaller? I know
Going
it
smaller,
works.
it is possible. You just have to take, I think, a -2 to it.
Yeah, well, because I know there's a -2 if you're using one bigger. Just not sure if it works going smaller.
Yeah, there's like special rules for like using a double weapon in just one hand if you're smaller.
Yeah, so you will take a -2 on that attack.
Okay, yeah. Okay. 16.
That's a hit.
All
So
right.
it's a D3 plus strength mod.
Plus a decent. So... One plus... That is not... I didn't roll the DC.
Yeah, just roll that separately.
10 damage.
Okay. 10 damage. Jesus Christ. Even using these teeny tiny little toothpicks, you're getting pretty powerful looking shots on these people.
Basically, like, I'm throwing darts.
Mm.
Basically what I'm doing.
And
then...
we shuffle on over to Kid.
You're muted.
You are
Cody, if
muted.
I was about to say, Cody, if you're talking, it's muted.
I apologize. I always forget I have that up. Okay, so I'm going to walk up to about right there. I'm going to look at what Keldor has already done. I saw him throw the goblin. I did not see, and I have to like hold back a laugh as I notice the other one that's lying dead on the ground,
Yep.
and the other one that's having to pull a knife out of itself. And realizing that I can't get any further in the amount of time that I need to, I'm going to shout out for any of them that might be able to speak common. I'm going to shout out, "Dare you take a chance with his throwing prowess once more?"
Okay. I will take that in 17. Cuckoo chew. Cuckoo chew. I will let you know how they've reacted to that in a moment.
Okay.
Anything else you're doing, or just that?
I believe that was my standard action to use the intimidate check.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong bleeding stuff. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. Okay. Do, 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 do. Bum 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 ba 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 bum bum. Scoopily doot. I think you need to touch some of that. Oh no, that worked. Meow, 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 meow. What save is it? Okay, that'll work. In response to that, the fellow at the back, who he seems to be wearing some kind of symbol of importance, a robe with some markings on it of sorts. He then raises his little hand, utters something, and points a finger at Keldor. Keldor, can you please make a will save for me? Uh-oh.
Okay. Try update.
Is to assume this is a spell?
A little bit.
Can I make a spellcraft check to see if I can identify the spell?
You most certainly can.
Oy, that's
Okay, at the very least I might know what happened to Keldor if this rolls right.
nope.
You have
don't know
no
shit.
frickin' clue. And Keldor, you find that you can't move. You feel as if you can breathe, but you can't seem to be able to move or talk. It's almost as if you're being held in place physically.
That's a will saving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Really freaking.
And seeing this happen, the Gobbos, they feel pretty damn good about themselves now. I just need to check something. Yep.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so, Keldor, you have 2 crossbow bolts coming at you. Okay, that is a... I suppose you're technically flat-footed now, aren't you?
Yep. 15 is my flat-footed armor class.
Well, that is a 19 and a 15.
Both hit.
Unfortunate for you. So, where's my other little 6-er? 8 damage.
Not bad.
And then...
I'm not looking the best, but not bad.
I did it silly and zoomed out so I couldn't even read what I was doing. Oh no, I think I zoomed in too far. Darn you! Ugh. He'd have to charge.
Kid has a crossbow out right now.
Yeah.
That would mean no attack of opportunity or anything. So it's whatever.
Yep. So, what these are gonna do is he is charging.
Okay.
And getting real close up. And this guy, he can't charge because he's had to come from around the corner. But he's going to move and get right up to Keldor, and he knows he's going to attack next turn. The one who charged is going at Kid with a little short sword, but that's a really shitty roll. An 11 is not going to hit you, is it?
No, it is not.
And that is the end of Gobbo's turn. Primrose!
Why is ahead of...
Because I obviously didn't do that.
Oh yeah, the old flick.
Flick's turn.
Lickety
Okay.
flick flick.
And I Twin Kid and Keldor on that one in front of Kid. Or is that still
Sorry, say that.
risking shooting somebody. If I want to throw a dagger at this bro up here, could I get a line at him without hitting anybody, or do I? What is it? Do I have a chance to hit them, or do I have a minus on my attack?
If you were to adjust over and be firing directly through Kid's space, yeah, you can do that because you can ask Kid to duck. Keldor, however, can't move, so you take a minus on that one.
Or just move up to the go through without penalty.
His headset conked out.
Ah,
There it is.
the ping of summoning.
That needs to be the sound every time like a summon monster spell happens.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
There we go.
So, TJ, did you hear how I just explained it to you?
No, I conked out as soon as I asked my question. Sorry.
Yeah. Because Keldor can't move currently, you can't fire through his square. If you were to just make a 5-foot adjust and be thrown through Kids, if you tell Kid to duck, yeah, you can do it without penalty.
Okay. And if I ask Kid to duck, is that going to interfere with his turn at all?
Well, he doesn't have any weapons drawn, and ducking isn't exactly an action.
Well, the
It's like-
crossbow, but yeah.
Yeah. So,
Alright. I'll move over here and I'll shout, Kid, hit the dirt!
Kid's already prone.
Well, there you go. And I will chuck a dagger at that guy. And is he flanked or anything, or is it just
'cause
regular?
I'm
Uh,
frozen. Not threatened.
yes.
Okay. Regular dagger. Oh, submit, not cancel. Woohoo! 2 damage.
That is enough to knock this guy unconscious, because that's the one Keldor hurled a dagger at.
Oh, booyah. There you go. It's nice when shit works out like that.
It really is. You dropped him to exactly 0. Primrose.
Can I just take a 5-foot step to here?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Step, throw step.
Oh, well, okay. Not here. Let's see. What's the guy in front of Keldor looking like? HP wise.
He's not been hit by anything yet.
Oh,
He looks 100% fine and dandy.
damn it. Okay. And Keldor's still paralyzed, right?
Yes, he is.
And he ain't looking
Hey.
so hot.
I wonder. There's no way that he's in my line of sight or he can see me, correct?
Well, he'd have to be able to see past a 7-foot tall hyena man, so no, he can't. He is not paying any attention to what's going on behind Keldor.
Does Flare need line of sight?
No.
Nope.
Oh. Well then. I'm gonna do a flare.
Do it in his face.
Love to. We just make my mouse work. Damn it! Come on.
Well, that's mending.
Damn it! It work.
It's okay. I just need the DC because we just used it a moment ago. So Flare is a level 0, so it's going to be 10 plus your charisma
12.
modifier. What?
It would still be 12. After modifiers, Kid and Primrose have the exact same.
Oh, cool. Well, in that case, this guy, Flare comes up when he gets his eyes and he kind of rubs and goes, ah! And unless you want to do anything else, we can move on to Meat Sprinkles.
Oh, let's let Meat Sprinkles get one of the weapons of the dead goblins, hopefully.
Unless
Good
Not
for him.
stab us.
I moved the wrong dead goblin. Hang on.
So many to keep track of.
something you don't hear every day. I moved the red dead, the wrong dead.
Yep, he was supposed to move the red dead, but he moved the wrong.
Yep.
It's okay. I can just move all this stuff around. It works out great.
That's your job, arranging corpses.
Oh,
It's a thankless job, but
Mhm.
cool. Meat Sprinkles is gonna dash on over, rummage the corpse of some former family member, and grab a sword, and then start running back. He is ready to join in.
Okay, I'll let that be as vague as possible.
Keldor, if you so wish, and I'm assuming you do, you are allowed to make another saving throw to break out. This is a full round action that does not provoke any attacks opportunity.
I don't think I make it.
10. No, unfortunately, you do not make it. You are still paralyzed. Sorry. Kid.
Okay, staying prone because I see all the crossbows that could be aimed down this corridor at me, and I realize how much of an advantage being prone is. I'm still going to use the fact that my crossbow can be fired while prone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fire it at the goblin directly in front of me.
Do it.
Alrighty, still don't use the crossbow all that fucking much, so give me just a second. There we go. And no bonus. Bam.
Ugh, 12 is not a hit. Sorry.
Nope. I am going to say the words over here, over here. I'm the bigger threat right now.
Good. Look at me! Okay, let's see. What else can this fellow do?
He can scat.
okay.
He spends a
enough
turn
poop already.
scatting. That's his turn. He scats. What's the range on that? Oh,
That's
only
rude.
50 feet. How far are you guys from him?
Far.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect. It would only really affect Keldor and anyone else who was dumb enough to get. I say dumb enough. That's from his perspective. He kind of waves his hands and mutters something in Goblin. Keldor, you may make a will save against this if you so wish.
You better.
I found Keldor's weakness. You do, however, resist it.
Thing is, it's not my worst one by a long shot.
That you can't even make out that radius he's just put on. So let's make it that color for funsies.
Yes.
No. Kid recognizes what he just did. He has cast a Bane on anyone who would dare attack him or his goblin comrades.
Yeah, that's base.
It's a -1 on attack and saving throws on fear effects. So, but you resisted, so you are unaffected. Then it's the regular gobbos.
Still not able to.
Unfortunately, so he's gonna stabs. He rolled less than 10. God, you suck.
He can't even hit a guy who's just frozen in front of him. Like,
Yeah, he's kind of got his eyes closed and just waving his sword around, not realizing he's not doing very good.
Ha, maybe the middle of the chest plate is the weak point.
ba-ding.
Okay. The 3 crossbows, because this fellow adjusts so that he can join in. They're going pew pew pew. What's your AC at the moment, Keldor?
15.
Balls! All three miss. I had two that rolled 14s. So at that, it's flickety flick flicks.
Thank goodness for natural armor. Because I
Kids going to shout out, don't get too close.
Yeah, so what is the big purple effect? That's the Bane?
If Kid explains, if he shouts out, "It's a Bane!" You know, if you go in that area and you don't resist it, you're
Why
less
is
good at
that
attacking.
Kid's voice?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with what he said. Like, it seems it'll kill him, honestly. So, all right. Can I just move up here and shout to Keldor to duck so I can throw it through his square?
I
Keldor
am
still
frozen in
unable to
place.
move.
I have
right.
not moved at all.
Okay. Then I can aim around him, right?
If you aren't throwing through his space,
He's gonna take up the entirety of his 5-foot square.
if Kid allowed you to, you could share the space with him.
Yeah, stand over me. I'm prone at the moment.
And you're a small creature, so you can share spaces easily.
Yeah. So I'll run up behind him so that I'm not in between his crossbow and whatever he's gonna shoot at. And I will hurl a dagger at this bro's face so that he's not hacking away at Keldor.
Do it.
Okay. And is that a regular throw?
I would allow that to count as a sneaky throw.
Okay.
Because he's so thoroughly engaged in trying to hit Keldor.
Nice.
10 damage.
Yeah. Hit AC 27. It's a pretty good hit for him. It's
Yeah.
almost
He ain't looking so hot.
Alright. I spit at his feet too. Then I have my turn.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Primrose.
Keldor, I want you to know you're basically a giant meat shield right now. Love.
Well, that's his job, to be meat shield.
I appreciate it very much.
Can I take a 5-foot step back still?
Yeah,
Okay. And I'm gonna hide behind Keldor.
do it.
He can still be cover.
Primrose, what would you like to do?
Yeah, question. I'm not sure what I really can do with a bunch of people in the way. I guess the only thing I really
Glitter dust. Glitter dust.
I don't have that.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have it prepared yet, would you? Ah well.
She's a bard. She doesn't prepare stuff. She can just do it.
Right. But she wouldn't have had time to meditate since we haven't rested yet.
Yeah.
So new spells wouldn't happen. If that were the case, Kid would be power wording half the goblins in here.
I guess I'm just gonna look back at Meat Sprinkles and give him an encouraging speech on how to properly attack things.
Perhaps
TED
inspiring
Talk
courage at the
style.
moment.
I guess I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, inspire that courage.
Yeah.
Everyone
Like,
feels so immensely inspired. Meat
A
Sprinkles.
+1 bonus against charms and fear effects.
Nice.
This is technically an enchantment, so yes, you will get a +1 against it.
Awesome.
Meat Sprinkles runs up. He is not considered an enemy by these people yet, so the Bane does not affect him. Holy fuck. Meat Sprinkles just rolled a crit.
Yeah.
Uh, And I did just allow Flick to get a sneak attack on this guy, so I will allow that.
Oh yeah, the last thing they expect is one of their own.
What did you decide to give Meat Sprinkles as his level 4? Did you give him a wizard, or you let him have 3 rogue?
3 rogue, yes.
Okay, I need another d4 then.
Rogues
And
are a tricky
someone
bunch, they're
remind
always
me, does sneak attack damage double on a crit as well?
Yeah.
I don't believe it does, actually.
All dice on a crit, including
Okay,
sneak
if
attack.
that's the way I want to know it. Go for it.
Yeah, I don't play rogues very much, so I don't know them that well.
Mm.
Okay.
I thought Keldor was right, but I haven't looked at it in a while.
Any crit always doubles the dice.
Okay. I mean, Meat Sprinkles doesn't have a fantastic strength. It's only like a +2, isn't it? Which is good for a goblin. So, let me just add up these dice. 6, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3. So that's 12, 15, 17, 20, 24, plus another 4, 28 damage.
Jesus.
Just took the guy's head off.
It's
Meat,
stab, buddy.
Meat Sprinkles just dropped this guy to minus 26 hit points.
So that's the strike.
Yeah.
His head's just gone.
That's the
For
spare.
flavor, I'm going to describe it as Meat Sprinkle. I didn't add the +1 as well from Inspire Courage, so +1. I want to describe it as Meat Sprinkles runs up. He's gonna jump on Kid's shoulder because Kid's like crouched behind Keldor.
Go, Meat Sprinkles!
Off of Flick's shoulder onto Keldor's shoulder, and as he drops down, swings this short sword across his goblin friend's neck, decapitating his goblin friend. And he shouts out, "I am Meat Sprinkles!"
Oh, yay!
Wow.
Oh, God.
Anybody want a piece of this?
No, they do not.
Hey,
Keldor.
remember when I said tiny and terrifying was my thing? We're gonna have to talk in the middle of the night.
Finally!
Keldor, thanks to the help of Meat Sprinkles being a badass, and thanks to the Inspire Courage, you have broken free.
Yay.
Unfortunately, you're going to break.
pissed.
It was going to expire at this turn anyhow.
I'm still pissed.
Unfortunately, that is a full round action to resist. So
That's
next round, you'll do stuff. Kid.
Oh,
Next round, I'm gonna start slaughtering.
Okay. I'm going to come up from prone.
Yep.
Because I have been filled with newfound determination by the awesome decision I made. And I'm going to take my crossbow and fire at this one, since there's now nothing in the way. Alright, look at that.
Go for it.
Here comes the crossbow.
Boop, 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 boop. 24 for max
Oh,
damage.
I didn't even put in the +1 extra damage. That's 9, actually.
So which one were you going for? Sorry.
Going for the middle one.
Middle. Okay. -9. He's hanging on there, but he does not look like he's got much in. On a scale of, let's pick a number, 10, he looks like a 1.
Okay.
So take that as you will. And seeing this, Holy Gobbo he's going to say something goblinoid and bravely retreat. And the other Gobbos, they are going to fire at Meat Sprinkles.
Ah,
He can take it.
Well, if he is Meat Sprinkles, let's make him sprinkle.
Oh no.
no.
One of them just rolled a crit.
Wow.
He's strong. He'll survive.
That's karma.
Eliza, get back here!
But thankfully, one of them missed, so
Okay, good.
it kind of evens out. Meat Spring. Oh, lucky bastard. 7 damage.
Okay.
So let's just -7 on Meat Sprinkles. Meat Sprinkles is refusing to go down without a fight. He's glaring at his former friends and going like he's shouting something in Goblinoid. You don't know what the he's saying. Flick, what do?
Fuck you is universal in any language.
Pretty much, right? Mm, there's 3 of them that we can see.
Yep, and the one who is giving them command seems to be making a run for it.
Okay. Flick's going to take matters into his own hands, and he's going to run out to here. Oh, here. And he's going to... Which one is the leader?
He has run away.
Off the screen? Okay.
The
Yeah.
middle one took the most
And-
damage from me just now.
All right, then I'm going to try and put another dagger into the middle one and try and put him down.
Go for it.
Is that a regular throw?
Yes. You're running closer. You're not getting sneak attack.
Just making sure. 3 damage on AC
He's
20.
down.
Perfect. Just enough. Man, 2 damage and 3 damage getting kills. That's hilarious.
Primrose.
Oh, now is when Goblin Bull and Guitar got 2 pins on each other side.
Yeah, you've got the 7-10 split going on.
Yeah. It's a problem, man. Okay. One sec.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, so you said because I couldn't be down time to meditate, I can't use my level 2 spells, can I?
Not just yet, no.
Plans ruined. I'm just gonna stay back here and keep inspiring courage, y'all. that's what I
Okay,
do
so
best.
make a concentration check, please.
Okay. Wait, is that in my skills or in my front page?
Skills.
Skills, concentration.
Okay. Well. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
Yep, absolutely fine. You keep playing that song or saying those encouraging words, whatever it is you're doing.
Meat Sprinkles inspired me to inspire myself to inspire you.
It's Inspireception.
All
Dear
right.
God.
Oh, let's sprinkle.
Okay. Meat Sprinkles is rushing forward. That's not Meat Sprinkles, that's Flick.
So what you're saying is we're replacing the party.
Well, Meat Sprinkles is kind of on a murder kick right now because he feels pretty impressive. So he's going to charge. That's a hit. Oh, but it's still decent.
You hit the one on the left.
He hit the one on the bottom. Yeah.
Alrighty. Eldor is pissed off.
Who is now free.
Eldor going to charge.
Do it. Do it.
Oh,
Do
y'all
it.
bitches a fuck now.
And
Comes the ball.
happy. And he's hitting the one on the bottom first.
One on the bottom or one on the top?
One.
Go for it. Cleave, 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 cleave.
I don't know if you can. They're in adjacent. Yeah, we'll see.
As long as they're in my attack range, I can hit them.
Okay.
And eventually, I'm gonna get something that lets me move.
Oh boy.
God. He's going to be a murder machine.
Good. Whoa.
24 for 19 damage.
That's dead.
You were right to stun him. I shout to the last remaining goblin.
Did he go flying down the corridor again? Like that body just now? Just wait.
Hey, Keldor, are you cleaving?
Yep.
Cleave. Well, technically that was 20 damage, because obviously you're...
I
Skirmish
forgot to
roll.
roll it the first time, so... Yeah, I think they're both dead.
That's 19 damage again. That's the other goblin dead. And as far as you are aware, the other fellow seems to have run away deeper in than you can recognize.
Okay.
Because that is kind of a perfect place to end it for now, because... I mean,
Because we don't have much of a choice.
well, yeah, unfortunately. Does anyone have anything they would like to say post combat quickly?
Keldor just sitting there, seething. And you can see why he's a knight, and why he worked so hard to not go batshit.
I'm going to look at the goblin that went batshit crazy, and I'm going to say to him, "Okay, Meat Sprinkles, you have permission to speak freely."
Meat Sprinkles protects his friends. Meat Sprinkles also learned what friends are.
Yay! Primrose shouts from down the hall. Good job, best buddy. Oh, I'm so
Alright.
pleased.
This is a lot more killing than I'm used to.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it in a very short amount of time.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to hear. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm no stranger, but this is a lot. There's a lot of dead people.
All right. And I guess to end it off, Kid's going to walk around the corner. He's going to hold the crossbow down. He doesn't have to see what's there because I know it's the end. And I'm going to say, "All right, you bastard. We've killed every other one. You have your chance to come out right now."
I will quickly describe what this is. Where you can see at the bottom where it seems to lead into a separate room, that is down a flight of stairs. So you are looking down a flight of stairs at that point.
No, I'm
And you'll
threatening
find
down
out.
the flight of stairs.
You'll find out what the response is next time. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
In the kingdom of Fife.
Yes. Anyhow, thank you everybody for joining us. We had a lovely time. There was thrills and kills and goblin corpse marionette theater. Everything you could ever want from Dungeons and Dragons. I have been the Bardic Knock. These have been my oh so lovely players, and we're gonna quickly throw some plug stuff at you. You can follow me on Twitter at the Bardic Knock. You can support me on Patreon if you want to see more things ensue. If you give me money, I will make entire campaigns where the only weapon is goblin corpses.
I'm liking
God,
this.
no, please don't do that. Actually, no, I changed my mind.
I want to see this now.
Yeah, that's about as long as that idea was entertaining for. About 2.3 seconds.
Goblin
no.
bullying.
One shot, goblin bowling.
Yeah, one shot, maybe.
You can also find me on YouTube. Links have been all around. You can also find our good buddy Archer, who has done a lot of artwork for this so far, which you will have seen during the lovely break we took. Archer, you can find him on DeviantArt on his little link over there. He's great. He's an amazing fellow. No one else has things they need to plug aside from welcome to the party. So let me say welcome to the party one more time. And you can find them on Twitch, which are already here. So that's great. Welcome Party RPG at Twitch. And you can also find them at Welcome Party RPG on Twitter. They also have a YouTube, but they don't have like a simple YouTube name. And it's a lot of numbers and letters. So I can't say that off the top of my head. follow them, do stuff, subscribe to YouTube, follow them on Twitter, subscribe here, give bits, and you'll get awesome rewards. Thank you, everybody. I have been the Bardic Knock. This have been my amazing merry men. We have been playing 3.5 D&D. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. Did I say enough words?
Yep. See ya.
Alrighty. Turn the stream off.